Recent reports have uncovered a concerning development: the emergence of a clandestine network of companies linked to a secretive Chinese tech firm. Evidence suggests this network has been actively attempting to recruit recently laid-off U.S. government workers. This campaign, brought to light by researcher Max Lesser, reveals a deliberate effort to target individuals impacted by recent workforce reductions in the federal sector. These operations utilize fabricated consulting and headhunting firms as fronts, placing job advertisements specifically designed to appeal to former government employees. Analysis indicates these entities are deeply interconnected, exhibiting overlapping digital footprints and a calculated opacity that raises serious questions about their true purpose. The methods employed are not new, but rather, as Lesser points out, echo well-established techniques previously associated with Chinese intelligence operations. This raises critical questions about the nature of this network, its objectives, and the broader strategic implications of such targeted recruitment efforts. To understand the mechanics of this operation, it is crucial to examine the recruitment methods employed. These fabricated firms functioned as deceptive intermediaries, advertising positions that, on the surface, appeared to be legitimate consulting roles. The advertisements themselves were strategically placed on platforms frequented by job seekers, specifically targeting individuals whose recent departure from government service would be publicly known or easily discoverable. This targeted approach indicates a calculated effort to exploit a specific demographic facing potential career uncertainty following government layoffs. The structure of this network reveals further operational insights. Evidence of interconnectedness among these seemingly independent consultancy and recruitment companies strongly suggests a coordinated effort. Shared website infrastructure, overlapping digital links, and the consistent redirection of inquiries to dead ends all point to a centralized, rather than disparate, set of actors. Furthermore, the digital trail leading to Espionage, while the precise nature of the relationship remains unconfirmed, introduces another layer of complexity. The deliberate disappearance of Espionage's online presence during investigative inquiries further reinforces the impression of a clandestine operation seeking to minimize visibility and traceability. Adding to the complexity is the pronounced lack of transparency surrounding these entities. Attempts to verify their physical locations, establish contact through provided channels, or even confirm their basic corporate registration have consistently met with failure. Unanswered calls, non-functional contact details, and fictitious addresses are not indicative of legitimate businesses. This deliberate obfuscation is a hallmark of covert operations designed to shield the true actors and objectives from scrutiny. Such extreme measures to conceal identities and activities strongly imply an intention to operate outside of established norms and legal frameworks. It is important to consider what this operation is not. A legitimate recruitment effort, even one targeting individuals with specialized government experience, would operate with a degree of transparency. Standard business practice involves readily available contact information, verifiable company registration, and a clear articulation of the services offered. Overt recruitment channels would be utilized, and inquiries would be met with professional responsiveness, not evasion and obfuscation. In stark contrast, this network actively avoids any semblance of transparency. The deliberate use of front companies, the consistent dead ends encountered when attempting verification, and the digital scrubbing of online traces all stand in direct opposition to the norms of legitimate business and recruitment practices. This conspicuous absence of transparency is not merely a matter of poor administration. It is a defining characteristic indicative of a clandestine operation. The very measures taken to conceal the network's existence serve to amplify suspicion regarding its true nature and objectives. To fully grasp the significance of this operation, it is necessary to consider the strategic context in which it unfolds. The targeting of recently laid-off federal workers is not arbitrary. These individuals, despite their changed employment status, often possess valuable expertise, institutional knowledge, and potentially lingering access to networks and information. The abrupt nature of layoffs, particularly large-scale reductions, can create vulnerabilities. Displaced personnel may experience financial strain and a sense of professional displacement, making them potentially more susceptible to offers that appear to alleviate these pressures. This calculated exploitation of individual vulnerabilities represents a key element in the observed campaign. By targeting individuals at a moment of potential personal and professional precarity, the network seeks to leverage economic hardship as a tool for recruitment and potential information acquisition. The promise of consulting opportunities, even if vaguely defined, can serve as an initial lure, opening avenues for further engagement and exploitation. It is through this calculated approach that the network aims to gain access to the accumulated knowledge and experience residing within the ranks of former U.S. government personnel. The implications of this recruitment campaign extend beyond the immediate network itself. This operation must be understood as a component of a broader strategic effort aimed at intelligence gathering. The objective is likely to acquire sensitive information, gain insights into U.S. government operations, and potentially compromise critical expertise. Former federal workers, depending on their previous roles, may possess knowledge spanning a range of sensitive areas, from policy formulation and internal procedures to technological capabilities and national security protocols. Even without current access to classified information, their expertise and understanding of past operations can be of significant intelligence value to foreign actors. This network, therefore, serves as a conduit for potential intelligence exploitation, leveraging human capital as a means to circumvent traditional intelligence barriers. Furthermore, this incident is not isolated. Intelligence analysts corroborate that this network exemplifies a wider trend of foreign-linked entities actively seeking to exploit personnel transitions and vulnerabilities within governments and strategic sectors. Periods of governmental restructuring, policy shifts, and workforce adjustments create opportunities for foreign intelligence services to target individuals with valuable experience and knowledge. This ongoing and evolving threat landscape necessitates constant vigilance and proactive measures to safeguard against such foreign intelligence operations. In totality, the evidence presented reveals a calculated and clandestine operation. The network uncovered is not merely a collection of innocuous businesses. It demonstrably functions as a coordinated apparatus designed for targeted recruitment. The deliberate employment of deceptive fronts, coupled with systematic obfuscation, underscores an intent to operate covertly and outside established norms. This activity is not an isolated anomaly, but rather a manifestation of established intelligence methodologies, strategically leveraging vulnerabilities created by personnel transitions within the U.S. government. The inherent objective extends beyond simple commercial engagement. It is demonstrably geared towards intelligence acquisition, seeking to exploit human capital for strategic gain. Therefore, this network represents a tangible example of an ongoing and evolving threat landscape, demanding sustained scrutiny and proactive countermeasures to safeguard against similar foreign intelligence incursions.